Thank you for joining us at Green-lite Dojo for words of encouragement and leadership from Dario Michael Gardner, aka Rio Sensei, provided by Green-lite-dojo.com. Green-lite Dojo is an agency of vision and growth dedicated to transforming minds and reprogramming generations. We hope that you find the following presentation enlightening as it focused on unlocking your true potential and purpose. You may now enter the dojo.
You were created to be successful in an area of gifting. You weren't created to be a slave on a job or to be living paycheck to paycheck. How do I know this, you may ask? The answer is simple. The Bible told me so. In the book of Genesis, when the Father of all creation said to Adam and Eve to be fruitful and multiply, he was not only instructing them to procreate, but he was also telling Adam and Eve to use or manifest their gifts and talents into the world and live to their full potential. This command proves that every human being is loaded with gifts and talents. The Father's instruction is not merely a guideline, but an expectancy of us all. This expectancy is based on the gifts the Father has placed in each of us. Our gifts and talents are like our fingerprints. They serve as our unique identifier or creation tag. For example, when a person looks at me, they see my physical outer appearance. But what they don't see is the real me, which my creation tag or identifier labels me a writer and motivator. Now connect my gifts to the command, be fruitful and multiply. This means in the area of writing and motivating, I will be successful. This subsequently equates to living a happier and more fulfilled life. This point now brings us to the opposite side of the spectrum, where most people are not living according to their gifts and talents, but find themselves working 8 hours a day for 5 to 6 hours a week on a job that they will eventually grow to dislike because they are living a miserable and unfulfilled life. Don't get me wrong, having a job is good, especially for the purpose of learning, networking, paying those monthly bills, and providing for yourself and your family. But the fact still remains. You weren't meant to spend your entire life on a job. Employment is meant to prepare you for deployment. In other words, your job prepares you to present your gift to the world. There are two powerful and common statements that support this fact. The first one is, your gift will bring you before great men. And the other, your gifts will make room for you. Most people have either heard or have used these two statements before, which are both part of the same proverb which speaks to the greatness of the gift you possess. This revelation brings us to an important two-part question. What is keeping you and many others around the world from releasing your greatness into the world and experiencing the life you were meant to live of abundance through your gifts and talents? Fortunately and unfortunately, I have discovered a few reasons why many people don't utilize their gifts that are set to prosper them greatly, and I have compiled a list of these reasons. The first on the list is laziness. Most people want success and the best out of life, but are unwilling to put in the work that attribute the results they desire. You have to make a deposit in order to make a withdrawal. Second on the list is the lack of discipline and will. Some people have the desire to achieve greatness but are undisciplined and don't have the will to sacrifice time, friends, fun, or go back to school to develop their gift. You have to be willing to give up some things in order to achieve greater. Third on the list is fear. Fear is the main reason why most people have yet to do anything bold and new with their lives, because they are afraid that the thing they want to do won't work, or they are afraid of other people's thoughts and opinions. You will never live the life you desire if you don't step out from the shadow of fear. Number 4 on the list is education. Education is on this list for two reasons. The first reason is linked to the fact that education doesn't guarantee success. However, education will open many doors for you, and that is a fact. The issue with education is being educated in the wrong path or career for your life. You can be educated in a career that promises a lavish lifestyle and still wake up every day miserable because you realize you should have followed your heart or passion. If this sounds far-fetched, I want you to think about people you know or have heard about who were said to be educated and were doing well for themselves, who have either committed suicide or have a serious drug abuse problem. And let's not forget those who are slaves to their jobs and don't have the time to enjoy the life they built up thanks to their lucrative careers. Reason number 2 why education is on this list is for the simple fact that education is needed to refine your gift. Raw talents and gifts are a blessing from God the Father, but we are still charged with honing our crafts. Education will teach you how to utilize your gifts effectively in the world. 5th on the list is money. People tend to chase careers or want to start a business that appears or promises great prosperity. But the problem comes when reality sets in and more is required to support that job or business. And worse yet, for business owners without the passion for the business they have started. Imminent failure is inevitable when hardships come because their hearts wasn't behind that particular venture. Number 6 on the list is doubt. It is imperative to learn who you are as an individual. When you know who you are, you will find your purpose in life and you will never doubt yourself, your abilities, or listen to other people's opinions about you. Number 7 on the list is your mindset. This is the biggest reason why most people are in the place they are in today. The mind is the battlefield, and you have the power to overcome any obstacle you choose. If you feed your mind negativity and excuses why you can't do something, you will never do anything. But if you do the opposite and believe you can do anything, you will move mountains. As an example, men were not meant to fly like the birds of the air, but the Wright brothers found a way for men to soar above the birds. Number 8, giving up. Some people have no kind of stickability and will give up at the first sign of trouble. You should never give up because of a little trouble. Trouble is an indicator that you are on the right path to becoming successful. If you fail at your first attempt at doing something, you should learn from it and try again. Each failure or misstep that you meet and learn from repositions you in the right direction, like a compass pointing north for success. Number 9 on the list is parenting. Parents have the unique ability to mold and shape their children in any direction they choose for the most part. Parents should guide their children, not choose their paths based on their own shortcomings or what they believe is a more financially stable career. Parents should not tell their children who to be or act like. This type of parenting can destroy your child's future. Our gifts makes us special and unique from other human beings. That means only you were created to do the one thing that is connected to you living a fruitful life. And like fruits, when they develop, people come and pick the fruits. You don't have to worry about where resources will come from. Just focus on being you and refining your gift. Another thing you don't have to be concerned with is the results of those who have tried to do the same thing that you are gifted to do, who have either failed or weren't so successful in doing. Like fruits, gifts vary and are different in one way or the other. So don't worry about competition or people doing the same thing that you are doing. Another thing you don't have to be concerned with is the results of those who have tried to do the same thing that you are gifted to do, who have either failed or weren't so successful in doing. Like fruits, gifts vary and are different in one way or the other. So don't worry about competition or people doing the same thing that you are doing. If there's room for Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Ritz, and other soft drink beverage companies all selling the same type of soda, then there is room for you, Curtis Jackson, LeBron James, Will Smith, Jennifer Hudson, and Carrie Underwood. Last but not least, your gifts are like fruits. They mature in seasons. Your gifts may start out small in the beginning, But if you nurture your gifts, put in the work, master your craft, and don't give up, your gift will cause your life to blossom into a life of greatness.
Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this presentation and you found it to be empowering. Please leave a comment. You are encouraged to share your thoughts. To elevate your mindset and redirect the course of your life, subscribe to greenlitedojo.com for purpose-driven content. If you aren't subscribed to Green-lite Dojo or its YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button now and join us. It's free.